Welcome to your daily focus for October the 5th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let me explain. I'm sorry, I was proving I was human once again. So my son flew in, and he was only going to be like 2 hours away for 48 hours. So I grabbed my other son, jumped in the car, drove a couple of hours, picked up my daughter, drove a while again, and got to him, and we went out for this wonderful, fabulous dinner. And you know, it's everything to be able to sit there with all three of them. Because those moments are very precious now. So if you have younger children, love those moments when you're all together as a family, because there'll be a day you yearn for those days. So anyways, long story short, we finally pulled back into the driveway around, I don't know, midnight or so. And so I have this habit, and I didn't know I had this habit. So maybe this is the full moon and where I need to put some closure and work on new beginnings in my life. But my habit is, coming in and looking down on my computer. Okay, what is the actual date today? Okay, so we're going to be doing tomorrow's video. So I come home and it's like 2 minutes past midnight, and I look and it says, October the 3rd. So I'm like, okay, so I'm doing it for the 4th. And then I will quickly look at an astrology chart to see, sun, moon, if there's anything major. And if it comes out in the cards, then I can talk to it. And sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't, but I always look. So the reading that I put out that should have been for the 3rd, but was labeled the 4th, was actually the energy for the 4th, because when I went to do this video, I'm like, oh, well, that's the same energy. So I apologize. I tried. I even took my cards with me, but I was sitting there with my 3 kids, and wild horses wouldn't have been able to pull me away from those moments and those memories that we were creating. So anyways, we have the full moon on October the 5th. So I thought, well, I'm all ready, so let's do this. October the 5th, full moon in Aries, and the sun is in Libra. So full moons are they're very emotional. They bring upon healing and closure, completion. If you set any goals and have been working towards them the past new moon, this is a time when it comes to completion, or it's time to ready yourself to take it to the next step. Set new goals. Take it to the next level. We want to do away with the old. We want to allow healing in our life. We want to close some doors so that we are ready to go forward and till that soil and plant those seeds. Let's see what the cards say. We will pick a few extra here because it is the full moon. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles showed up not too long ago, didn't it? Let's see what else comes out with it. We have the Ace of Pentacles right after. Ace of Pentacles has been another one that's been coming out. The Magician sits right in the middle. Well, is that powerful? We have the King of Wands. I love the King of Wands because he looks so jovial here, and yet he's, there's so much energy around him. He's like, we are going to do something, and it's going to fill us with passion. It's going to fill us with love. It's going to create this momentum inside of us and around us, and we're going forward, and we're going to be successful. And it's exciting. And can you wait? Because we have some planning to do. Because he's a king. He's the diplomat. Queen of Pentacles ends it off. So 3 Pentacles here. Magician and the King of Wands. So what a powerful full moon in many ways. Well, let's start with the 4 of Pentacles. So this is what we need to let go of. We sit there with our pentacles and we've got our feet stamped on each one. We've got the other one straddled between our legs and nobody can get to it, and the other one we're hugging closely to ourselves. We are not going to let anybody take our pentacles. We're not going to let anybody touch anything. We're going to sit right here and keep them safe. Please don't do that. This is you deciding not to share your gifts, your abilities, your talents, to beautify the world in some way. Maybe it's another heart that you raise up, that you help heal. Maybe it's the career, something you invent, something you create, something you make. Maybe you're known for your pumpkin pies. What's your gifts? What's your talents? What's your abilities? Are you a good listener? Are you a good cleaner? Can you build things? Can you restore things? Can you bring back memories? Can you capture memories through portraits, paintings, sculpting, scrapbooking? What's your talent? What's your ability? How can you share that with the collective? Because we have the Moon in Aries, and that's a very dynamic, wanting to go forward, wanting to start anew, wanting to be the pioneer, wanting to be that independent person that does it all and can make it all. Doesn't have to share anything with anybody, can hold everything within and have it all for themselves. Be careful of that energy, because I went from the positive to what the negative could be there. Now, with the Libra Sun, we have a wanting for luxury and beauty and harmony, togetherness, compromising. How can we all work together collectively to create a massive success? What role can I play? What will I share with the world that's mine? It could be just your smile, by the way. But I think it's more. But it's a good start. Next to it, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new path that lays before us. We haven't stepped on this path yet, but it is seeds that we are going to be planting in the near future when it comes to abundance, happiness, joy, security. So what is abundance to you? Is it your health, your well-being? Is it togetherness, family, love? Is it career, work, stature in the community, your spirituality, your perfect home, your perfect partner, the coffers overflowing? What is it? Because you need to know that in order to plant those seeds. And we have the Magician right in the middle. So what you ask for, you will get. And it reminds me of a time in my life when I needed this card. I think I've told the story before, but I'm going to say it again because I was told to. Maybe the gold in this card called out to me. But once upon a time, I needed a car. My other one was a rust bucket, just like the last one and the one before that. And, you know, it was like the cars I had were so embarrassing to even get in. Like, you just hoped for a quiet parking lot so nobody would witness what you were driving. And I put up this affirmation and I prayed and I said, I just want something that looks good, please. Something that looks good. Thank you. And these rust buckets weren't something to look at, but they always got me from A to B until it was time when I knew I could do no more with the vehicle. And so all of a sudden, I had this tremendous offer on this New Yorker, and it was gold. And it had all kinds of buzzers and gadgets and knobs and, you know, things that we take for granted now that just didn't exist in cars at all. Maybe I'm dating myself a little bit here, but the car talked to you. It was so cool. And so I got in that car and I started it up and I went down the highway. And of course, I dressed up for it because I was so excited about that car. So excited about looking good behind the wheel. This gold New Yorker I was driving, and it talked to me. And all of a sudden, as I'm flying down the highway, it says, "Your electrical system will now fail," and the car went completely dead in the lane. So be careful what you wish for, because you will get it. I went back to asking for a car that will get me from A to B very quickly. So we have to give it thought. And over the last, couple of months especially, the energy has been very, very strong for us to identify who and what brings in value into our life and who and what does not. So we can make some firm decisions about where we do need closure in our life, where we need to step forward or away from, where we need healing in our life. And here's the magician standing here and saying, "What do you want? I will grant it." And we've had a lot of time to look at what we do want and what we don't want. So concentrate on what you do want. Affirm it. See it in minute detail. Yourself 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. 10 years from now, your life will look different. You'll have a different hairstyle. You'll wear different clothing. You'll be driving a different vehicle. You'll be standing in front of a different condo or an apartment or a house or a cabin in the woods. What does it look like? What does the end result look like? The magician also asks, what are you willing to give for it? Because we just can't have more. We have to dissipate certain things in our life. We have to move away from certain things in our life to make room for the new, the exciting, the adventure. Remember, it's happening on October the 5th. That is travel, excitement, adventure, among other things. Then we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is all about passion and excitement and learning. And so this is where we want to travel more to learn, or we want to learn in some other fashion. We may just start researching something. We may start experimenting with something to learn, to grow our wisdom, to grow our empowerment. Knowledge is power. And we are happy and we're excited and we're ready for this challenge. We're ready to go forward. We've done our homework. We've gone through the lessons. We have the Queen of Pentacles sitting at the end of it, so strong, so poised. She has that pentacle. Tulips and wheat. The tulips are still in bud. They haven't blossomed yet. We have the rose bush over top. That's desire. That's, and it's over top of us, so it's reaching for that desire. Getting filled with passion. Knowing that we've got this. Well, we don't have Peanut there today, but what a cute little puppy he is. And she's so strong and powerful. She knows she doesn't need a big, huge dog to protect her. She's got this little cute thing that's going to cuddle up in her lap, give her love. Queen of Pentacles says the abundance is yours already. It was your birthright. And somewhere deep down inside, you know that. And this full moon is allowing us some closure or endings or healing in order to start fresh on a new path, to go upon the adventure, to strengthen our passion and our desire on a daily basis. Like that rose bush is saying, to fill our minds with, if your dream isn't scaring you, then you're not dreaming big enough, okay? And yes, we can have some little dreams there. And be careful how you dream. If you want to Lose 10 pounds, okay? Now here's like a classic one, and apply it to whatever situation is in your life. But okay, so you say, I want to lose 10 pounds. And it sounds like a very positive affirmation, doesn't it? I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Today is the first day of losing 10 pounds. What you have to do when you say that affirmation is envision that 10 pounds on your body, affirming that that 10 pounds belongs on your body somewhere already. So you're really inviting the 10 pounds to stay. I won't eat chocolate cake anymore. All you'll see is chocolate cake. You have to envision the chocolate cake. The chocolate cake has to be there before you remove it. I'm going to clean out the closet and get rid of all these extra boxes. You know what? You have to see the boxes there. And so you are cementing it there. Even though your affirmation is a whole different want than those boxes staying there, that's all you will have. So what you do is you envision the things in the box on other people. And that allows you to, those other people can't have it till you remove it. So today is the day I give to a shelter. Today is the day I donate my clothes, my toys, the things that are collecting dust in my life, to get rid of the clutter, because that could be closure too. You know, what you want to do if you want to lose those 10 pounds is see that pair of jeans, let's say a pair of jeans or a pair of pants, and you look at the label and you see the size number on there, and it's that size smaller than you're wearing now, and you see yourself putting on the smaller size. So look at things in your life that you can do that way. The good tarot, you see, I feel all guilty because I messed up, so we're just going detailed here today. Let's get back to the reading. Which, that is the reading, though. It's, how are you affirming what you want in your life? Are you allowing yourself to picture the negative that you want so desperately to be gone in your life? So our affirmation is the messenger of earth. The messenger of earth. Didn't we just have the Queen of Earth? So the messenger of earth would be like the page, right? Hardworking, proceeding with integrity, perseverance and grit, prudent and careful efforts, thoroughness, industriousness, stamina, and dedication. And that's a lot of what the magician asks of us. Are we going to go forward in integrity? Are we going to be hardworking? Are we going to have that perseverance, that grit? Are we going to be prudent? Are we going to be careful? Are we going to be thorough? Are we going to be industrious? Are we going to maintain our stamina by changing other parts of our lifestyle to complement our energy that we want to have? Dedication. Will we be dedicated? I am in the flow, committed to co-creating with spirit effectively and efficiently. I do my best and never leave a job half done. I do my best, and I complete those tasks in front of me, my obligations, my responsibility, so I can take them off the list, so I can tick them off, creating new opportunities for new things to come into my life. I am dedicated and determined, knowing my efforts will pay off. And we will get an animal card. Now, I think Venus conjunct Mars, it's like a couple of hours before the full moon. So, I mean, that's really, love versus hate, peace versus war kind of energy. You have Venus, the love goddess, with Mars, the warrior. So be careful of that energy. You be careful you don't go to the extremes, I would think, especially with your emotions. And especially when your emotions are attached to a goal or a dream or a desire. You don't want to go burning bridges in any direction, by no means. So you really need to keep in balance, okay, with that kind of energy in the air. So you have to be conscious of how far to the left and how far to the right you're actually going in the extremities, okay? And the full moon is all about the sun and the moon staring at each other across, being in total opposition of each other, right? So it is about opposites. And then we have Libra. The sun is in Libra, and that is about finding the balance and through justice and through compromise and through love and through compassion. So just be careful that you're not stepping out of bounds in any area of your life that you know that you shouldn't take that step yet. You feel it in your gut. You know that that'd be pushing it too far in one direction or another, that you have to keep that balance, maintain a balance. When you find that balance, it's beautiful. You know, when you create like that balance, then you create this inner harmony with yourself. And that just radiates outwards to your environment, and you start to see it play out in so many ways. Under the radar, the little possum again. He's a warrior. He's practical, and he assesses the situation. When the oak is felled, the whole forest echoes with its fall, but 100 acorns are sown in silence by an unnoticed breeze. So we hear the tree fall. We don't realize how many new trees are going to be born out of that. Now, maybe that's your voice. Maybe that's your passion in action. Maybe that's what everybody hears or sees, is you deciding to step onto a new path that is in alignment with who you truly are. And they don't see yet the magic of what you're going to bring to so many lives because of it. The possum is a master actor, knowing which role to play at a proper time. Possums have practical and intelligent energies that help them assess the situation as to which part they should play. If they feel threatened, they play dead. Possums have entered your life today because it wants you to embrace your inner warrior. Embrace your inner warrior. It is time for you to go under the radar until the situation feels safe one more. So this is a little bit about unplugging. Right? Not really. I think it's at Aries 12 degrees, and 12 is all about stop, look, listen, pause. Understand the reality of what's going on around you. Understand how you've been perceiving it and how it might actually be if you looked at it from a different angle. What new reality emerges from that? And finding the balance between the two and understanding it. Be careful how you use your words at this time, because you could injure relationships and cause even more ripples. Instead, take some time to allow any arguments or miscommunications to quiet, and then don't bring them up. You don't always have to be right, and sometimes stepping away from the situation helps to heal it more quickly and effectively. You may notice that work situations may feel difficult and transactions are happening. Don't start fretting that your job is in danger. Instead, let things play out around you. So don't start seeing shadows. Don't start imagining the worst. Don't feel like you were threatened in some way and you play completely dead either, like the possum. And I've seen that. I had a dog. He was a beautiful dog, but high energy, high energy. Um, They used to call him Animal at the vets, because he was just, the minute he saw me, he'd just go insane, right? Like, mommy, mommy, you're here. But so I would take him out for nightly walks, and one night he just dragged me. He was huge, and he just dragged me over to this possum, and the possum was playing dead, and they've got like mean, mean teeth. And I was like, okay, let's go. Come on, buddy. Come on, let's go away. Um, but that really has nothing to do with, well, maybe it is being cautious. to, like I was saying with the out of bounds, right? Be cautious in your steps. Understand why you're taking that step. Every step needs to matter. Every word needs to matter. So take it back a little bit and understand what you were truly trying to communicate to another, what you're trying to express, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to explain. Because that's when the collective comes and stands behind you and says, I want to be part of that. I want to help you. And maybe it's just to help you be a better person. Are you helping others be a better person? So we have the full moon. I apologize for messing up the days of the readings. I'm only human. I apologize. And yeah, understand what you truly want to give closure to, healing from, completion of, in order to step into new paths and plant new seeds going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.